Hey there, welcome back. After visiting the magnificent Cotswolds for the past 2 days, we decided to visit one of the most beautiful cities in the UK, Bath. So come along as we explore this elegant town full of traditional heritage. We woke up in the morning and were surprised by snow. It's the first real snow that I've experienced this season. It did snow a tiny bit in London a few months back, but it lasted like 30 seconds and never stuck to the ground. However, that morning that was something else. It really made me feel that we were in winter wonderland. It was also totally unexpected considering we were in March already. After admiring the snow slowly dropping to the ground, it was time to head downstairs to enjoy our breakfast. I'm always excited for breakfast as it's my favorite meal of the day. I got some kind of pastry and ordered eggs with smoked trout from the trout farm we passed by the day before. We took our car and 30 minutes later we were in Bath. Founded by the Romans as a thermal spa, Bath became an important center of the wool industry in the Middle Ages. In the 18th century, under George III, it developed into an elegant town that Jane Austen so often described in her novels. Our first destination was the Roman Bath. We started our visit in the magnificent Victorian reception hall, and then we moved toward the terrace, which overlooks the Great Bath and is lined with Victorian statues of the Roman emperors and governors of Britain. The Roman baths were not discovered and explored until the late 19th century, and what we can see here is actually only a small portion of it. The bath extends under the modern ground level beneath adjacent street and square. I was quite surprised to see how big the site actually is. We passed by the Sacred Spring, the only hot spring in Britain. The water is naturally at 46 degrees and has been doing so for thousands of years. We then headed downstairs and learned about Aquae Sulis, the town during the Roman time, and the people who worked and lived there, as well as the gods that they worshipped. The people of Aquae Sulis visited the bath and temple mainly to worship the goddess Solis Minerva. We admired the gilt bronze head of the goddess. It's one of the best known objects from Roman Britain. And then we're finally able to walk where Romans walked. We stroll around the massive steaming pool filled with hot spa water. For many Roman visitors, it actually might have been the largest building they had ever entered in their life, which is crazy. The water looks shallow, but it's actually like 1.6 meter deep, a good size for a swim. Lastly, we explored the changing rooms and the gym, as well as the eating rooms and cold plunge pools. At the end of the visit, you can drink the water, which is supposed to have like curative purposes. I tried and I found it was really disgusting. I think there was like too many minerals in it. We then explored the rest of the city under the rain this time. Unfortunately, it was not snowing anymore. We stopped by the Pultney Bridge, which is one of the most photographed examples of Georgian architecture in the city. And also, I didn't know that, but it's only one of 4 bridges in the world that have shops across its full span on both sides. We also went inside the market. I bought some tea and a coffee. And then it was time for lunch. As we came on a Saturday, Bath was pretty busy and we had difficulties finding a place where we can eat and was not too full. Also, my parents had too many fish and chips during the trip and wanted to try something else. So we went to this restaurant. The food was simple but good. Before leaving, we had to check out the Royal Crescent. It's another iconic spot in Bath. This impressive landmark is arranged around a perfect lawn overlooking the Royal Victoria Parks, and it forms a sweeping crescent of 30 terrace houses. It was then time to head back to London. We arrived 2 hours and a half later in the capital, so it's not really that far. And if you want to visit Bath, you really don't need a car. It can easily be reached by train. I've done it a few times before and it's pretty straightforward. So here's how we spent our day in Bath. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to check out our adventure in the Cotswolds if you haven't, and see you in the next video.